Welcome to our wonderful world of property. Why not come in and join our world? You know, property has fascinated people through the ages. Property and the way that people have created wealth through it. But what do you know about it? Are you a high net worth individual that has a property, has created wealth and is now looking to preserve it? Or are you someone who's just starting out and is looking to create wealth through property? Well, whatever it is, we have the answer for you. Do you know that only 1% of people in South Africa, England, Australia and America at the age of 65 actually retire rich? 1%, ladies and gentlemen. 94% at the age of 65 are either reliant on the government, poor, or still working. They are very, very scary statistics. We all want to be wealthy, but how come if so many of us want to be wealthy, we don't actually achieve the goals? What about the fact that 49% of all the world's wealth is actually held in property? So if only 1% of people get rich and 49% of the world's wealth is held in property, well, is this not something that we need to investigate? But the challenge is, over 80% of people that invest in property in South Africa or buy a home are dissatisfied with the home that they buy. 80%, ladies and gentlemen. And what about the fact that more than 80% of people that invest overseas from South Africa actually end up losing money? So everyone has the right intentions, but why are the stats so badly against us? Well, my belief is that it's got down to one thing and one thing only. It's people's knowledge and skills. It's your knowledge and skills which are going to determine your outcome. And so at IPS, we have a very, very simple philosophy. We only do two things. The first one is that we educate you. The second one is that we provide a solution. So if you look around our website, you will see that it is a very, very in-depth analysis of two things, where we are trying to help you, we are trying to educate you, and then we are providing you with solutions in terms of where you are. So how many of you are concerned about your future? How many of you are creating the life that you want? How many of you have wealth and are worried about it and want to have wealth preservation? Possibly a plan B or peace of mind, because you're a little bit concerned about the future and where South Africa is going and whether you should have all your eggs tied up in one basket. Well, you've come to the right place. You know, at IPS, we've basically been around now since 2003. We've helped over 2,000 people invest in international property to a value of 1.6 billion rand. We pride ourselves on the fact that last year, 67% of all the people we helped invest were repeat buyers. And on a recent survey, 78% of all our buyers actually gave us 5 out of 5 or excellent for the experience. And interestingly enough, the other 22% gave us 4 out of 5 as a great experience. So that is what we're about. But if you look around this website, you will see there are 4 major sections. If you go up to the top there, you'll see along the top, you've basically got solutions, you've got research, you've got about us, and then you've got live chat. Now, solutions, that is the heart of the whole website. That is what we provide. That is where we look at how to educate you and also how to provide you with solutions. Research, well, I think that's fairly obvious. You know, they say knowledge is power, but that's not true. It's informed knowledge that is actually power. And so what we've done with research is that we've given you extensive research on all the different property markets. South Africa, Australia, England, America, and then all the markets around the world. India, Croatia, Cyprus, New Zealand, Canada, Malta. You just name them. There are many, many. If you can name the country, Thailand, we've actually gone in and we've given you the research so that you can understand it and that you can make educated and informed decisions about your investment in terms of where you actually are. The third part is about us. You know, at the end of the day, people invest in property, but just like the laws of nature, you know, the laws of nature are that we are more successful when we work together. When you take a bird flying in a flock, do you know that one bird flying on its own, in comparison with a bird flying in a flock of 25 birds, a bird flying on a flock of 25 birds can fly 70% further. So to be successful, to create wealth through property, to preserve wealth through property, you've got to have the right partners. But they need to have a right track record. They need to have been around a long time. They need to understand the nuances of international property. And so we've given you a huge amount of in-depth of who we are, where we come from, our social proofing, who we work with, who our affiliate partners are. And that for me is absolutely critical, so that you can go out, you can see the testimonials. We've also given you the problems, because I believe in business, it's not about what you do when things are working, it's about what you do when things aren't working. And so you can actually go in and you can see how we've handled problems, because we fall in love with our client. Our client, our number one objective is to help the clients achieve their dreams and their goals. By doing that, we literally enhance the quality of our clients' lives. And so if there's problems, we hold their hand and we try and help them find solutions until we do find a solution in terms of where we actually are. The two major sections under the solution, it's broken down into 6 areas, but the two major ones are Wealth Create and Wealth Migrate. Wealth Create is about creating wealth through property in South Africa. I bought my first house at the age of 22, and property has been very, very kind to me. I did a lot of research, and law number 1 of property is that you've got to invest in yourself. I've read multiple books, I've been on many different courses. I bought my first international property at the age of 24. And what we do under Wealth Create is we share with you the secrets of how you can create wealth through property. And if you're interested, go across to the right hand side there. There's actually a free report on the 5 things that you need to know before you invest in property. And even if you're a seasoned investor, I would highly recommend you go and check that out, because there's some fantastic insights of what I've learned from some of the greatest high net worth, sophisticated investors during the global financial crisis, and how they continue to make a fortune even in these troubled times. So go across to the right and download that free report. Under Wealth Create, there's a huge amount of information. There's a number of different courses, everything from how to buy a home, how to buy an auction property, how to become a property investor. At the end of the day, education is everything. And if you've got informed knowledge, then you have power. And by doing that, we can help you invest with confidence. The second major section to the website is Wealth Create. That is for high net worth individuals, sophisticated investors who have already created wealth, who might be concerned about the future, or to be fair, they are just wise. They understand that it's not clever to keep all your eggs in one basket. You only have to ask the Americans, who literally had all their money tied up in American property in 2007. They're not feeling very clever right now. So Wealth Create is about moving your money, it's about migrating your wealth overseas, it's about taking advantage of the international property markets. It's based on a principle that my uncle told me in 1980 when he was 31 years old. The wealthiest person in Zimbabwe came to him and he said, you should never live with your money. You need to have a plan B. You need to be able to have a plan no matter what scenario plays out. And interestingly enough, we all know what happened with Zim. But in 2003, when my uncle decided it was time to leave, he could move to Australia, he could buy a house for cash, he could put his kid through a private school, and he could live very comfortably. And that for me is what Wealth Migrate is all about. It's about wealth preservation. It's about making sure that you remain a global citizen, that you buy first world assets and first world income, so that you remain on a parity with global citizens in terms of your buying power and in terms of your lifestyle. It's about a plan B, that no matter what scenario transpires, you have a plan in place. And then the one that I believe is most important, it's about peace of mind. It's about peace of mind for you and for your family. If that is what you want, then Wealth Create is something that you need to go and check out. You'll see there that there's a webinar. It's a 2-hour intensive webinar on the 5 most dangerous trends affecting all South African citizens today. You can actually go down, you can sign up for that webinar. And what we're going to do is we're going to teach you about the 5 most dangerous trends affecting all South African citizens today. How you can create wealth preservation, a plan B, and peace of mind for you and your family. We'll take you through the nuances. We'll show you the risks. We'll teach you the lessons that we've learned. But most importantly, we will educate you so that you can make informed decisions for you and your family's future. The scary thing with offshore investment is that over 80% of people that invest overseas lose money. I've already mentioned it, but I'm repeating it because it is so important. So I would highly recommend that you go over there to the right hand side and you download the report on the 6 things that you need to know before you invest offshore. We've been doing international property investment for a long time. We've made a lot of mistakes ourselves. We've helped a lot of clients. We've seen a lot of chaos. And that report has been written to help stop the fact that 80% of people that invest overseas lose money. We want to empower you so that you can have wealth preservation, a plan B, and peace of mind. If you look down below, you'll also see in terms of our array of webinars, what is actually available. There's a number of different webinars. I've already spoken to you in terms of the educating you, in terms of teaching you. But as I said to you, the most important one at the moment in terms of, it really depends on where you are and what you are looking for. For those of you who are looking for the offshore investment, the thing that IPS does, the way that we differentiate ourselves, is that we provide a private banking solution. You know, once you've watched that webinar, we then ask you to fill in the survey. The survey is so that we can understand where you're coming from. We are not interested in selling you a product, in getting something on our books and flogging it to you. All we are interested is in understanding your needs, understanding your desires, understanding your core values. What is it that concerns you? What are you trying to achieve? What are your long-term goals? Once we understand that, we then can sit, which is set up a meeting with one of our offshore wealth consultants. They are experts in offshore investment and offshore property. And they can sit, and once they understand you, they can help you design a bespoke solution which is going to ultimately help you achieve what you want to achieve in your future, both for you and for your family. And I believe that it is so critical. So if you want to join our world there, go down, watch that webinar, fill in the survey, and then meet with one of our offshore wealth consultants in terms of where we actually are. The other thing that is very, very important is that is about social proofing. You know, anyone that's ever bought or sold anything on eBay or Amazon or bid or buy will know now that you're only as good as your track record. You're only as good as the delivery of what you actually do. And you'll see if you go down on our website below, we've gone to huge lengths. We've got testimonials from our clients. We've got video testimonials from our clients. And something that I'm very proud about is also our online survey. We ask all our clients to fill in our survey. It's completely transparent. We give you our up-to-date feedback in terms of where we actually are so that you can see where it is that we are delivering, what it is that we are doing. You can see that there are people out there that have been there before you, that have actually achieved what it is that you're looking to achieve. And I'm very, very proud to say that last year, 67% of all our sales came from repeat buyers. And so, you know, go and check it out. Go and look. Go and get the social proof. Go and understand what it is that the other clients have been through, what their experiences were like, so that it can give you the peace of mind that you too can invest with confidence in terms of where you are. If you go further down, in terms of our page down below, you'll see there's actually 3 sections. There's a competition section. We're constantly running competitions so that we can add more value to your life, to your friends' lives. So there's various different competitions that we run all along. We've run competitions over the years, like 2 tickets to the Rugby World Cup final in 2007. We've given away a house. We've given away an iPad. We've given away iPods. So just watch that space. We've given away flights to Australia. Watch that space, because there's some really, really value adds in terms of where they are. There's a section there on giving back. You know, I'm a passionate South African. Our company is built on the philosophy of Zig Ziglar. You can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. And our team is passionate about giving back to South Africa. And if you go into that section, you'll see that we actually support 2 charities. One is Tree, where they help train early childhood education. You know, 85% of all our knowledge comes before the age of 7, and yet the government spends less than 1% of the education budget on early childhood education. And so along with Tree and the Leisure Education Trust, where we actually take underprivileged children and we put them into Model C schools so that they can have a great start in life. By educating our children, we can ensure the future of South Africa. And so we believe, and we've copied the philosophy of Google and Facebook that work on the 1-1-1 principle. We invest 1% of our profit and donate it. We invest 1% of our time, of our team and our resources, and we invest 1% of our equity in those charities, in giving back to South Africa and thanking this wonderful land for the fantastic life that we experience here. If you go down, you can also see our Twitter posts in terms of where we are, what the latest information is, and you can keep up to date. And then at the bottom, You'll actually see the latest opportunities across the various different countries that we help: South Africa, Australia, the UK, America. We're not about selling you properties. We're not about flogging what is on our market, but what we are about is understanding what it is you're looking for. And all we wanted to do was to give you an array so that you got an idea of the different opportunities in terms of where we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is really from me. You can see up here along the menu, you've got the solutions, the research, you've got about us, where there's detailed, you can go into details about us, who we are, our testimonials, our feedback, the problems we've had, how we've resolved it. You've got everything with regards to our clients there and what it is that we actually do. But most importantly, at the end of the day, we've got a significant track record. We don't believe in estate agents who are very good at selling property here in South Africa, suddenly selling property overseas. We specialized in the niche market of helping people invest in international property and creating wealth through property. So go and check it out. And then lastly, you'll see the button there, live chat. I believe the world is changing completely nowadays, and we no longer want to send an email and maybe get a reply in 2 days' time. Why not live chat us? Talk to us straight away. One of my friendly team, as long as it's during reasonable hours, will be able to answer your questions straight away, be able to help with any part of the website. And then you'll see up at the top there's also the home page, there's the contact page, you've got our number, and you can even search in terms of the website and where you actually are. Lastly, down the bottom, you've got our affiliates and our accreditation. We were the very first South African company to be accredited with the AIPP membership, which is the Association of International Property Professionals. We were the first South African to be invited onto that prestigious panel, which is a London-based organization, and it's basically for the top players internationally that help people invest in property. And we also won an award from them for the best company in Africa with regards to sales, marketing, and offshore investment. So you really are in the hands of a tried and tested partner. I have been investing in international property for over 15 years. We bring the most sophisticated team. They go through a huge amount of training. Over 500,000 rands worth is actually invested in each person in terms of the training, so that they are literally leaders, experts in their field, so that we can help you both create wealth through property, and we can also help you preserve wealth through property. So whatever it is that you're looking for, go out there, take a look around the website, click on the menu structures. You'll see there's a huge amount of information, because we want to educate you, we want to inform you so that you can make the right decisions for you and your family going forward. And by doing that, you will be able to accumulate wealth through property. You'll also be able to preserve wealth through offshore property investment. And as long as we achieve our goal is to help you invest with confidence. Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you one day and hearing your success stories of how you did it, how you invested with confidence, how you created wealth through property, and how you preserved wealth, created a plan B, and had peace of mind for you and your family. Go out there, live your dream, create your destiny, and be everything that you are meant to be, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones. It's a challenge. I took that challenge many years ago, and it's allowed me to live this fantastic life here on the beach in Cape Town. What is possible for you? Go and make it happen and enjoy the experience. We really do want to invite you to join our world. Good luck, go well, and here's to your future.